I started this series to document my last season running track. I've brought you through the highs and the lows, the ins and outs of competition, all building up to this one moment, my final race. In the days leading up to it, I found myself reflecting a lot on how I got here. It wasn't until my freshman year of high school that I really discovered my passion for the sport. My sprint coach was the first person to truly recognize my work ethic. She made a clueless freshman feel seen, handing me a varsity letter before I'd even run a varsity race, just to reward my hard work. Going into my sophomore year, I could already see the improvements. I was finally getting opportunities to run in varsity races and train alongside the teammates I'd once admired from the sidelines. Then, COVID hit. Instead of waiting around, I gathered some friends and put together my own sprint program. But around the same time, my freshman year coach passed away after a long battle with illness. Suddenly, returning to the track wasn't just about personal goals anymore. It was a chance to carry on the spirit of someone who meant everything to our community. When we finally got back on the track for my junior year, it was clear the training had worked. I was no longer the scrawny JV kid scraping his way into varsity races. I was dominating workouts. By the end of the season, I was scoring at the state meet and running on a national qualifying relay. I knew my freshman coach would have been proud, but she wouldn't have been surprised. That momentum carried right into my senior year, which became the best of my high school career. I broke the 50-second barrier in the Open 4 and led our 4x4 team to a Division I state championship. We made noise on the national level too. I became an All-American in both the regular and mixed 4x4 relays, breaking the school record and finishing as the national runner-up. Riding that high, I went into college ready to reach even greater heights. Instead, I met the worst injury of my career, a torn hamstring. It became a vicious cycle. I'd spent months recovering, hit the track, and tear it again. Once mid-race during a conference DMR where I had to drag myself around the track to finish, and again just before the outdoor season. Sitting on the ground after that last tear, I broke. I was ready to quit. The only thing that kept me going was my teammates. I couldn't walk away from them, so I went back to work. Junior year, everything shifted. We got a new coach and our sprints program completely transformed. For the first time, I ran a full healthy season with PRs across the board. But it came at a heavy cost. The success came with immense pressure to execute to perfection. I was operating out of fear, lying awake at night with racing thoughts and waking up with a sense of despair. Heading into senior year, that anxiety weighed on me as a leader on the team. I was eventually able to find peace by meditating on the Psalms, trusting God, and accepting my own shortcomings. But then, a week after winter break, we got shocking news. Our coach was put on leave. Going into my final season with total uncertainty was terrifying, but what I didn't expect was the joy that followed. The suffocating pressure vanished. I was able to get back to the root of what track meant to me. Dedication through uncertainty, joy in the little moments, and strength in community. That brings us to my final race. The night before the race, I was up late thinking about the next day. It's the night before the final race of my collegiate career, and honestly, I don't know what to think. On the one hand, I feel like I'm about to step into a new freedom where I'm not bound by the sport of track and field any longer. But on the other hand, I feel like I'm losing something so precious to me, something that I've poured so much into. But most importantly, I'm so grateful for the position that God's put me in, for the people that He surrounded me with who have supported me along this journey. And that's truly what it's about. That's truly what has given me purpose in this sport. And I feel like that I'm now able to come to terms with closing out this chapter of my life, because I feel like I have had an impact on the people around me. And because those relationships will carry on even past the sport. So tomorrow, there's going to be nothing special about how I run. Run fast, turn left, don't turn back. And I'm sure I'll have plenty of thoughts to reflect on after the race, but until then, it's just go time. And suddenly, it was the morning of the race. That morning felt like any other. But there was also a little voice in my head reminding me that this was the last one. One last chance to leave it all on the track.
Get out, come on!
The gun was off and my mind went straight to race mode. I did what I had done dozens of times before. I pushed out of the blocks, smoothly building up to top speed. Coming down the backstretch, I started closing the gap on my competition. As I hit the far curve, I picked them off one by one until suddenly I was at the home stretch. Everything I got, that's what I told myself as I powered down the straightaway. One last push, one last run, a quick lean, and then it was over. I stood there, hoping, waiting. As soon as I saw what my competitor had run, I knew I had done it. I had broken 49 for the first time in my career, and on my last race ever. As my teammates ran over to celebrate with me, I couldn't help but get emotional. 8 years of hard work for this one moment. Years of injury, doubt, and anxiety. But in the end, it was all worth it. I may not have achieved every goal I set out for, but I'm walking away with so much more. Track was never about the numbers on a timesheet or the medals around your neck. It was always about the group of people willing to suffer alongside you and come out the other end smiling.